My uncle's voice cut through the clatter of plates like a blade through silk. "Did you like the lake house I left you?" I watched my daughter's face before anyone else's. Confusion first, then a small, careful frown. She looked at me, searching for confirmation I couldn't give. "I don't have a lake house," she said. The room stopped breathing. Forks hovered mid-air. My wife's cousins stared into their laps. My mother-in-law's hand shook just enough for red wine to slosh against the rim of her glass. I felt it before I understood it, that quiet internal click, the sound of something locking into place. My uncle smiled, not wide, not smug, controlled, as if he'd rehearsed it for 20 years. He leaned toward my daughter, lowering his voice. "Then check your grandmother's closet tonight." No one laughed. No one asked what he meant. I studied the table like it was a crime scene. Every face told a different lie: fear, guilt, anticipation, relief that it wasn't their secret being dragged into the light. My wife didn't look at me. That mattered. My uncle straightened, picked up his napkin, and dabbed his mouth. Calm, surgical. He wasn't here for dinner. He was here to open something that had been sealed a long time ago. And suddenly, I knew the night wasn't going to end with dessert. I'd married into a family that specialized in silence. Questions were considered rude. Curiosity was treated like a flaw. Things happened behind closed doors, and explanations were never owed, only obedience. I learned early how to survive it. Smile, nod, don't pry. But betrayal doesn't announce itself. It leaks. My wife's late nights, her habit of deleting messages instead of letting them pile up, the way my mother-in-law treated my daughter differently, too careful, too generous, like she was paying interest on a debt. And my uncle, gone for 2 decades, no calls, no holidays, no condolences when my father-in-law died. Now he was here, relaxed, confident, like he owned something no one else wanted acknowledged. I caught my wife's reflection in the glass cabinet. Her jaw was tight, eyes fixed forward. She already knew what the closet held. I didn't ask her that night. I didn't need to. Whatever was waiting upstairs wasn't just about property. It was about authorship, ownership, control. And I was suddenly very aware that my life, my marriage, my child might have been built on an agreement I'd never signed. I waited until the house slept. The hallway creaked as I moved past framed photos that now felt staged, smiles curated for an audience, a family album full of edits. The closet door opened easily. Inside, a locked metal box, old, heavy, the kind you don't buy on impulse. The key was taped to the shelf above it. Inside were documents, deeds, a trust, bank statements stretching back years, and letters, handwritten, careful, intimate. My uncle's handwriting, addressed to my wife, dated before our marriage, continuing long after. They spoke in code, about keeping things clean, about protecting her future, about my daughter before she was born. One letter sat on top of the rest. "She deserves what's hers. When the time is right, I'll make sure you don't have to explain anything." I closed the box. The room felt smaller, my thoughts sharper. I didn't confront anyone. I verified. Property records, trust filings, a paternity test ordered quietly, using samples my wife never noticed me collect. At dinner, I was normal, present, calm. Inside, I was cataloging exits. The results came on a Tuesday. I opened them at my desk. No shaking, no breath held. Confirmed. My daughter was not biologically mine. The air didn't leave my lungs. It settled. That evening, I placed the report on the kitchen counter. No accusations, no questions. My wife saw it and collapsed into the chair like her bones had finally accepted gravity. "He was supposed to disappear," she whispered. "That was the deal." I nodded. Deals expire. She cried, loud, messy, apologetic in ways that were more about fear than remorse. I didn't raise my voice. I didn't touch her. I asked one question. How long did you think I'd stay blind? She had no answer that mattered. Christmas morning, I invited my uncle for a walk by the lake house. He smiled when he saw me, the same controlled smile. I handed him the trust documents, the paternity results, the letters he thought were hidden forever. You were patient, I said. I respect that. His smile cracked, just slightly. I've transferred everything, I continued, to my daughter, publicly, irrevocably. He opened his mouth, closed it. And I've filed for divorce, I added. Full custody, with documentation. He finally looked afraid. You don't get to decide who raises her, I said, or who she belongs to. I walked away before he could speak. The house is quieter now. My daughter laughs the same, sleeps the same, calls me dad without hesitation. Biology turned out to be irrelevant. Control was the real inheritance. I didn't destroy them, I exposed them. And when I closed that closet for the last time, I understood something clearly. Some families pass down